Alright, good morning guys, welcome back to another video today. Today we're going to be heading over to British sports cars here in downtown Slough, where I'll be reviewing a Aston Martin Vanquish. Also today we won't be doing it in my car, or well, the TC. We've got the Porsche Boxster finally. Finally got that out of the house, so I'll see you guys there. Here we guys are at British Sports Cars here in downtown Slough. I want to thank them for letting me use their Vanquish to review and feature on my channel. It's a great car. I'm really excited to get to know it better and kind of get into the details with it with you guys. But like I said, here we are downtown Slough. We got the Porsche Boxster, which I'm in, and it's time to get started on the review. Hello guys, we're now in the back of British Sports Cars. Where we finally have seen the car is the 2003 Aston Martin Vanquish, which is, is a beautiful, just gorgeous looking car. So this specific one is a 6.0 liter V12, 6-speed automatic shift with paddle shifters. This car has 460 horsepower at 65,000 RPM. It has 400 foot-pounds-feet of torque, and it's rear-wheel drive, meaning this car lays it down. So this thing is going to be fun, it's going to be loud, it's going to be fast, but still an Aston Martin, meaning it's going to be luxurious. And that is one thing I love about this car. And you'll see what I mean when you get into the interior, and you'll see how gorgeous and luxurious this car is, as well as sporty and fun and powerful. Here we have HRE performance wheels with 19-inch rims with Michelin Pros. So this Aston Martin is 4,045 pounds curb weight. It is a two-door coupe. However, it does technically count as a four-seater, as you guys can see back there. And I will attempt to try and get in the back, but as it goes with any sports car, the back seats are very hard to get into. They're not really made to have people. You can if you want, but it's not really easy. So I will try and get in the back and show you guys that. But for now, let's get into the interior and kind of talk about some of the features you got on it. So first thing I want to talk about here with the interior, and the first thing you notice is the e-brake is here on the left side of the, and this car is left side driver. So the parking brake is actually on the left side of the seat. Usually most cars you see it here in the center console area, but on a lot of cars, sports cars especially, it's on the left side of the seat. And the way that works is you just typically pull it up, and to release it you just push the button down and you then push it down, which makes it easy to use and still out of the way. I wish a lot of cars did it like that, but unfortunately some people just don't. Luckily Aston Martin did, and it makes so much easier getting in and out of the car while keeping the brake on. So here we are inside the Aston Martin Vanquish. This car has 35,000 miles on it. They say it has had great maintenance, everything's been done, and ultimately runs pretty smooth. So first things that stand out, definitely the paddle shifters. I love the way they look and that they are fixed in place and not with the steering wheel. A lot of the ones that are fixed to the steering wheel become complicated to drive, because when you're on the track or you're turning, you may confuse where the position is at. These are fixed, so they're always in those positions. The other things you start to notice is the start engine button here. Love the fact that it is in the center, where it's like it just says this, it's a mean car. It's bad, it's mean, it's clean, and it's cool. The other thing you notice is an analog clock, which is awesome. When you look down, yeah, it's just basic, controls. You get your little storage container. Don't know what you might use it for, but Aston Martin said, you've got it. So now here at the center console, you notice there are no cup holders in the car. You do get a nice leather storage little pouch. You have your handle, everybody knows what that's for. And then you have a nice little storage container lined in really nice suede. So it's nice and luxurious for all your goods. You also have a nice, luxurious suede covered roof. Just gotta love suede. The other thing I love about this car, makes you just feel super luxurious and fancy and you own an Aston Martin, is it says it here, embroidered, and the nice aluminum alloy handle. So as I said earlier, I was going to try and get into the back seat, but now when I walk up here and you look down, this is kind of the optimal driving position for the driver. Any tighter or forward is going to just be too tight and won't be, usable unless you're a really small person. Same for the passenger, but the passenger can move forward if they really wanted. But if you look carefully here, guys, there is very little space back there. There's all but 2 inches. So I can't really try and get back there. So I guess it's more for small kids. I think they could fit back there no issue. An adult could fit back there, but they'd be quite cramped. One other thing I love about the Aston Martin Vanquish is it has one of the coolest looking and feeling gas caps that I've ever seen on a car. So now we've opened up the hood, and might I just say, the first thing you notice when you open this hood, it is gorgeous. I mean, just the detail in the engine, the look, everything is just so clean and just perfect. And the other thing I love is how it's kind of symmetrical on both sides. A lot of cars you get are very like one side and they don't look the same. I love how both sides of the engine bay are symmetrical. That to me is just awesome and is a huge thing. Great detailed carbon parts. You get the nice Aston Martin embroidered engine cover. So like I said, this is a awesome sounding huge V12 6 liters with 460 horsepower. So this car really puts the power down to those rear wheels, especially because they have huge rear wheels. So this car's engine is just wicked. And a lot of people, when you get a car like this, it's very luxurious and based off of, luxury. So you're not always going to be getting a super powerful or big engine, but Aston Martin did not veer shy of that. They really put a huge, awesome, beautiful engine in here. And with that being said, it is time to start. So also to start this car, as a lot of British and German and Italian cars, they don't, or any supercars for that matter, don't have a gear shifter or gear lever, whatever you want to call it. This car uses paddle shifters to put it into gears, meaning to get into first, you pull, the plus or minus, depending on, shift. And then to get into neutral, I gotta set you down here for a second, but you just pull both paddles at the same time. Sorry I couldn't show that. Of course, to do that I need both hands. But so that's how you get into neutral. And then once it gets into neutral, to start the engine, like I say, the beautiful start buttons over here, you just push that or hold it, and then you've just released the beast. And it's a little sound clips from inside. There you go. Alright guys, so that is the Aston Martin Vanquish, kind of the details about it. Now it's time to go get it on the road, take a test. Alright, so here we are pulling out of British sports cars. Like I said, we're downtown slow. So for my local viewers, we're just going to be taking around town, quickly going on the freeway and on the city streets, just to kind of get an idea of how this car feels. Again, as I've said, with a lot of high-end sports cars, the ride tends to be quite rough and uncomfortable. As when I drove the 458, that was the main thing I did not like, because it was super, super rough. But so far, after just being in this car for a few seconds, it's rough, but still the seats in this car are really comfortable, so that kind of makes up for it. As he's shifting, it's pretty smooth, which is good. Yeah, the downshifts are quick and smooth. immediate shifting. That's one thing I like. You know, some cars I've been in the shifting, there's a huge delay, which kind of bums me out. You know, you can buy this $300,000 supercar and the shifts are just too slow. Sorry if you get a little bit of wind. The windows are up or down, but actually, yeah, we can put them up. Perfect. So you guys can actually hear the car. So that right there is the 460 horsepower in action. That is just wicked. I mean, this thing sounds really, really just fast and just awesome, and it is fast, of course. God, this thing's awesome. But meanwhile, you're still, you know, covered in luxury and cocooned in this luxurious interior, and that's what I love. And so that's why, you know, Aston Martin actually made this, you know, great car with a new, huge, powerful, beautiful V12. So not only getting this powerful sports car, you're also getting a luxury car. And a lot of times you can't get both at the same time, and that's where I have some, you know, second thoughts about other cars, such as a few years ago I was in I forget what kind of Lamborghini Countach. Great car, really fast and powerful, but it was quite rough and wasn't super luxurious on the interior. Then again, the car was made in 1983, but even for that time, compared to other cars I've driven, it wasn't quite what it could or should have been. However, the car was awesome. But again, Aston Martin did a great job in incorporating luxury to sports, and that's almost impossible to find in many of these cars. So now we're just actually pulling off the freeway here, and we're about to hop into city roads. So give me a second, I'll quickly flip the camera around and talk about it for a second. Yeah, so now that I got the camera flipped, one thing I do like about this car, as one issue I do have in my 2002 Porsche Boxster, is not specific for me, but my friend who happens to be 6'4", he has an impossible time sitting in the car. I can't do it, especially with the top up, and even with the top down, it's really difficult. So I kind of try to avoid driving with him in the car because it's difficult, but this car has great headroom. So I don't feel like crammed or anything. It's nice and spacious, it's comfortable, and we're also here at a stop light, and you know, the engine isn't terribly loud, it's smooth, and so you're not like, for example, my 1969 Shelby Cobra, that thing's just rough. I mean, you feel everything. You're sitting there, you still can't talk at a red light, so it's not very comfortable. Then again, when you're buying a car like that, you're not buying for comfortable or luxury, you're buying for, well, specifically that car is the power and the sheer closeness to death at all moments, because that car is just, it's dangerous, but it's awesome nonetheless. But here in this car, like I said, as we're just driving down the city streets now, it's rather very smooth, and if anything, both of my cars are just as rough. So this is something I'm used to. Maybe to more of our daily viewers, if you were to be in these kind of cars, you might think it's, you know, rough, but it's a perspective thing. I actually love kind of the bumpiness, feeling the rough, and to me that's awesome. So it's perfect. Sounds awesome. I mean, I'm huge on exhaust notes and sound, and this car is, for a V12, is wicked. It's high revving. It, you know, still has a nice crackle and burble, which is a key thing for me, and it just is gorgeous. But so for now on, I think that's about all I need to say. So I'll see you guys back at British Sports Cars. Alright guys, so we just finished the drive in Aston Martin Vanquish, and might I just say, that car is fast, it is smooth, it sounds wicked, and this thing is just awesome. So please don't forget to like and subscribe when this video hits. But for now, it's heading back to my house, where I'll see you guys. Also, again, quick shout out and thank you to British Sports Cars here in downtown Slough for lending me this car to work with, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future. And that being said, see you guys back home. Alright guys, here we are back home now. Again, I want to thank British Sports Cars downtown Slough for providing the car. They're awesome. They have really great collection of cars. They're for sale and just in general. So please go check them out. I want to put a link to the description, a link to the website in the description down below. So please go and check them out. But that being said, please like and subscribe to my channel. and I'll see you guys next video.